Hello, good morning everybody. Good morning all the students, and I hope you are good. And welcome to today's class. So today we are going to derive this equation, that is relation between focal length and the radius of curvature. Okay. So first of all, you should know, in the last class I have said this, the focal length is nothing but the distance between pole and the focus of the mirror. So pole and the focus of the mirror ಏನಿರುತ್ತೋ, so that is nothing but the focal length, and radius of curvature is nothing but the distance between pole and the center of curvature, and that is called as radius of curvature. So we are going to derive the relation between them. Other between they have one relation in between them. So that relation we are going to derive in today's class. So this is a very important relation, and it is a very important formula. So let's start. Thank you. So I will derive this equation by considering a concave mirror. Concave mirror tagonde I will derive this equation. So everybody knows, so this is one concave mirror. So if I make it silver that side, then it will become one concave mirror, right? So I am drawing one pole. So midpoint of this mirror is called as pole. So this is the pole, this is the focus, this is the center of curvature, right? This is the pole and the focus and the center of curvature. Okay. In the last class, I think you know this. In the last class I have said this. So if I take one ray which is parallel to the principal axis, see, this is principal axis. If I am taking one ray which is parallel to the principal axis, so this is one principal axis and this is one incident ray I am taking which is parallel to the principal axis, and you know that after reflection this ray will pass through the focus. Okay. So this will be the reflected ray. So this is incident ray, and this is reflected ray. This is incident ray and this is reflected ray. Okay. So now so this is incident ray and this is reflected ray, and this will be the normal. So this is the normal. Okay, this is incident ray, this is reflected ray, and if this is normal, then this angle is angle of incidence and this angle will be angle of reflection. Hope you understood this. Okay, so I am giving this name O, A and B. Okay, so therefore if this is a normal, then this will be the angle of incidence and this will be the angle of reflection. Okay. Now see, if you observe here, angle OAC, I will draw this again here. So this is OAC. Okay, angle OAC, and again one more here like this, angle ACF. Okay, somewhere here it is F. Okay, angle OAC and angle ACF. So these are equal. Why? Because they are alternating angles. I think you know in the 10th class you have studied this. So these are the alternating angles. So let's write it. So angle OAC is equal to angle ACF. Why they are equal? So these angles are equal because they are alternate angles, because they are alternate angles. Alright. So take this as 1. Now, if you see, if this angle and this angles are equal, then this will be also equal to angle I or angle R. Okay, so this is also, this angle is I, therefore this angle is I. So I will take this angle as theta, then this angle also become theta. And one more thing, angle OAC is equal to angle CAF. See here, angle OAC is equal to angle CAF. Why? Okay. Why? Because see, this is angle of incidence, this is normal, and this is angle of reflection. So from first law of reflection ಏನು ಹೇಳುತ್ತೆ, angle of incidence is always equal to angle of reflection. So therefore from first law, from law of reflection, law of reflection, from law of reflection. So again I am taking it is equal to theta. So therefore if this is theta, then this angle will be also equal to theta. Okay. Now if you observe there, there is one triangle somewhere like this, triangle ACF. See, I am drawing here. Triangle ACF. These are the triangles, right? So this angle is theta, this angle is theta. So if I extend this base, then this angle is nothing but the exterior angle to this triangle, exterior angle. So we know that. So I want AFP. See here, angle AFP. So angle AFP is nothing but exterior angle to the triangle ACF. Okay. So we know the rule in the previous classes, that is in 10th, 9th we have studied this. So exterior angle to any triangle is nothing but sum of opposite interior angle. Suppose this is an exterior angle to this triangle, so it will be equal to sum of opposite interior angles. So opposite interior angles are this angle and this angle. So therefore angle AFP will be equal to angle CAF plus angle, how much? CAF plus angle ACF. Okay. So see, angle CAF is theta here, and again this is also theta. So therefore it is equal to 2 theta. So angle AFP is equal to how much we got? So angle AFP is equal to 2 theta. Okay. Now what I am doing? I am drawing one perpendicular to the principal axis at point AC. This is the point, and I am drawing one perpendicular here. So this is one perpendicular to the principal axis, and I am giving this name as N. So this is N. Now see, we will get two right angle triangle there. Angle ACN, it is one right angle triangle, and again angle AFN, it is also one right angle triangle. So let's take in triangle ACN, so in trigonometry you should know trigonometry, tan theta is given by, tan theta is equal to opposite by base, you should know this. Okay. Now see, in triangle ACN, tan theta is equal to ACN. So this is theta. So tan theta is nothing but the opposite side by base. Okay. So opposite side will be AN divided by base will be NC. So tan theta is equal to AN by NC. Okay. So this is the tan theta. Again, in triangle AFN, this is one more right angle triangle here. In triangle AFN, so here angle is 2 theta. So therefore tan 2 theta is equal to opposite by base. Again, opposite AN by NF. Okay, just write it. Opposite is AN by NF. Very good. So opposite by base, that is tan 2 theta is equal to AN by NF. So I am giving this equation number 2 and this is as equation number 3. If you are getting disturbance, then pause the video and note it down. So I will rub here. Now let's see. So tan 2 theta is equal to AN by NF. Now if you substitute theta, no, wait, sorry. Now in this case, the angles are very small. We are dealing with the small angles. All the angles are very small here. Means this theta, all the angles are very small, and we have one condition. Whenever the angles are small, idre, so sin theta can be written as directly theta ashte baribodu. Sin theta idre theta ashte baribodu. Even tan theta idre theta ashte baribodu. So tan theta idre theta ashte baribodu. So from this condition, what we can write? So equation number 2. So tan theta ke bare theta baribodu now. So theta will be equal to AN by NC, because these angles are very small. So therefore theta is equal to AN by NC. And here also it is tan 2 theta, and the angles are very small. So therefore we can write directly 2 theta is equal to AN by NF. Now give it as equation number 2 and this as equation number 3. Now substitute equation number 2 in equation number 3. Just take it. Equation number 3, 2 into theta, and we know theta is equal to AN by NC. Just substitute it. 2 into AN by NC is equal to how much? AN by NF. Right? So finally what we got? We got this. 2 into AN by NC is equal to AN by NF, and I am giving this as equation number 4. Now let's see. The aperture of this mirror is very small. If the aperture of this mirror is very small, then n mattu p ge en distance aitalla, this much of distance, it is negligible distance anta helabodu. Andre n can be replaced by p. Therefore if you are writing NF ಗೆ direct now PF anta baribodu, because illinda illige en distance aitalla, this distance is very small, baad kadme aite distance, so therefore it is negligible. Therefore NF can be written as PF. Like that only NC can be written as PC. Okay, so because the aperture of the lens is aperture of the mirror is very small, therefore this distance, that is n to p distance, is very small, and therefore this distance is neglected, and n can be replaced by p. See here, NF can be written as PF, NC can be written as PC. So I will write it here. So 2 into AN by 2 into AN by NC AN by NC is nothing but NC is PC. PC is equal to AN by NF is nothing but PF. Okay. See here, AN cancel. So finally, what we have remaining? We have 2 into PF. If I take this PF this side and take PC here, is equal to PC. So 2 into PF is equal to PC. Now we have to apply the sign convention. Now applying sign convention. Okay. Now just take it 2 into PF. Our direction of measurement is in this direction. Now sign convention apply madagaತ್ತಿವಿ ಈಗ. So na P linda F ಗೆ ಹೊಂಟಿನಿ and my incident ray direction is in this direction and my direction of measurement is in this direction. So they are opposite direction. So therefore PF is nothing but minus PF, right, is equal to PC. PC nodri, again we are going in the opposite direction to the incident ray. Incident ray direction ಏನಾಯ್ತಲ್ಲ ಅದರದು opposite ನಾವು measurement ಮಾಡತ್ತೀವಿ. So therefore PC is again minus PC. Okay. So this minus will cancel out here. So what we have again 2 PF is equal to PC. Now nodri, now just see 2 PF is equal to PC. PF andre ಏನು? The distance between pole and the focus is nothing but the focal length. PF is nothing but the focal length. Pole and the focus distance and ray, that is focal length. And PC, the distance between pole and the center of curvature, that is PC is equal to ಏನ್ರಿ ಅದ pole and the center of curvature ಅಂದರೆ radius of curvature. So just substitute that 2 into PF is nothing but focal length, that is small f is equal to PC, that is equal to R. Okay, 2 into F is equal to R, or finally what I can write, F is equal to R by 2. So this is the relation between focal length and the radius of curvature. So this is very important relation. F is equal to R by 2. So this is one of the most important relation in the optics. So always remember this, don't forget it. And in lot of problems we are going to use this formula. So this is the relation between the focal length and the radius of curvature. We'll take one small problem. One small problem ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. After that we'll finish this class and tomorrow we'll see different concept. Same concept but advanced concept in that. Okay. So one problem we'll take. So problem, first of all remember the relation between focal length and the radius of curvature is nothing but F is equal to R by 2. So this is very very important formula. Okay. Now take the problem. If radius of curvature of a concave mirror is given by, if radius of curvature of a concave mirror is given by 40 centimeter, then what is the focal length? Very easy problem. So just a basic problem it is. What is the focal length? Just you know the formula, that is F is equal to R by 2. So this is our formula, F is equal to R by 2. What they have given, if the radius of curvature of a concave mirror is given by 40 centimeter. Okay, concave mirror in the radius of curvature ಎಷ್ಟೈತಿ, R is equal to 40 centimeter. Okay. So this is positive or negative? This question, main important question. So this R is 40 centimeter and it is a concave mirror. This is a concave mirror and its radius of curvature is that is C, this is F. So from pole to center of curvature it is 40 centimeter. Okay, so radius of curvature is 40 centimeter. Because this is a concave mirror, either positive agutto negative agutto. This is reflecting side, this is non-reflecting side, means our object will be always here. Object ille idre the incident ray direction will be always in this direction. Okay, and our measurement direction is pole to center of curvature. We are going in the opposite direction. So therefore R is minus 40 centimeter. So what? Radius of curvature is equal to minus 40 centimeter. Always remember this. Every time you have to apply this on sign convention whenever you are doing the problems. Okay. So R is equal to minus 40 centimeter. So therefore F is equal to R is minus 40 divided by 2. So therefore 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4, again 0. So therefore it is minus 20 centimeter. Okay. So the focal length is minus 20 centimeter, or 20 centimeter you can write, sign is minus. Okay. So this is the very small problem, and hope you understood this. It is the relation between the focal length and the radius of curvature is given by F is equal to R by 2, where R is the radius of curvature and F is the focal length. And so whenever you are doing the problems, this formula is very helpful in while you are solving the lot of problems. This is very basic formula, and it is very important formula. Means it is just telling you focal length will be radius of curvature in the arda irutte. Suppose radius of curvature ಎಷ್ಟು ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಅದರದು ಅರ್ಧ ಏನು ಇರುತ್ತೋ focal length. Radius of curvature ಇದು ಅರ್ಧ focal length ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Okay, or you can say radius of curvature will be double of the focal length. Focal length ಎಷ್ಟು ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಅದರದು ಡಬಲ್ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ radius of curvature ಇರುತ್ತೆ. So this is the today's class. Hope you understood this, and so tomorrow we will be going to see another concept and another set of derivations we will see, and there is lot more to learn. So follow all the videos, and please please keep in touch and follow all the videos. Don't miss any concept, don't miss any part. So if you don't miss any part, then you will understand everything clearly and perfectly. So if you miss any part and you cannot understand anything, so just if you have any doubts, you can contact me anytime, and you can comment on the video below. So hope all the best. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for listening. So thank you.